Hey, what's up everyone? Frank Valkyria. Welcome to the channel. Let's waste no time. But before we go, not an expert here. I don't want to have to create more misinformation or anything. So take everything with a grain of salt. That said, let's dive straight into an incredible news that seems encouraging and important. I give you a little bit of background right now. So let's switch to this. Let's go right here to this guy, The Guardian. That's a magazine and that's real. I was just before browsing on, on stuff, and a friend of mine sent me this link of an Italian guy in Japan talking. I think the video was recorded yesterday, and it's just going around showing like how, people are sitting here and there orderly, not really a lot of chaos going on. He asked the question, how come here people are like this and not panicking? And there were just way less death in the, I don't know, like 80 deaths or something recently compared to a place like Italy. And it turns out he attributes this thing to this specific medicine. Let's switch the other way around like this. And he talks about this medicine called Avigan. And apparently this thing was already available in Japan, and it's a viral medicine, RNA medicine that works, seems to be very effective. So what I did, of course, is going on Google search. Here we got an article, The Guardian. The Guardian, Japanese flu drug, clearly effective in treating coronavirus, says China. So this is a very important article. I'm going to link it below. And it describes, medical authorities in China have said a drug used in Japan to treat new strain of influenza appeared to be effective in corona patients. Japanese media said on Wednesday. This news is already a few days old. So this is extremely important. This is extremely important and seems to go together with this other old malaria medicine, which they are trying in the US. And I also wonder, now it's becoming, you see, like if you search for Avigan Corona, you see now that there is a lot of news from The Guardian, other places. I chose The Guardian because it seemed the more authoritative source of this information. But you clearly see that, the last 3 days, this news is going around, but I don't know if it's going around quick enough. And I also want to, now the recovery in early trials, I also want to know if they're considering or talking about this, where you at, or in the US or in Europe in general, because I get a little bit of sense here that we're still at the moment where we're not, at least media-wise, not immediately communicating all those things pretty well. And perhaps, I don't know, behind the scene, maybe there is already stuff going on, doctors talking to doctors, laboratories talking to laboratories across the pond, whatever. I don't know that. I cannot speculate. But it seems that now, this breaks out, and it turns out this thing, it's been around already for some time. You know what I mean? And that China was using it and is endorsing it. So I wonder if this thing is going to be a key medicine, to cure this thing. I also want to caution you, because in this article there is a part just towards the end where it says that I think the Minister of but a Japanese health ministry source suggests that the drug was not as effective in people with more severe symptoms. So this is also to be taken in consideration, but the other things here probably taken earlier, now I'm just speculating, or given earlier, it might be more effective, or like game changer, so to speak. So I really felt like, especially in this turmoil that it's going on in Europe, I really felt the need to share this information with my audience. Again, not to create, everybody's chiming in, of course, but then again, it's also very normal. This thing, it's all on our mind, and it's affecting every single one of us everywhere. Here in the Netherlands, there is not a shutdown yet, and I hope it is not happening, but our life are slowly changing about this, like in so many ways. And the more it changes, the more uncertainty there is for a lot of us. So anyway, this to me seems like a glimpse of hope. and I want to focus more on this. So the more I see this kind of news coming out, I will report it to you, not just to add noise to the media frenzy, whatever, but also to give to my audience at least some glimpse of, you know, more or less official positivity, because we all need that in this very moment. And hopefully, you know, when I see this type of news, first of all, I'm just, you know, there is a sense of relief that perhaps combined with other things, we might get out of this faster than we envision, you know, like people talk about, I don't know, 3 months, 6 months, whatever. So to have something like this, and going back, give me a second, because I also want to show you this little, let's switch to this for a moment. Stick around, don't go away. Also, when I go on Facebook, I want to see if I found again this article that was shown. Just give me a second, and I'll try to find it for you, because, you know, I don't want to. Here we go. Like, we expand.
In Giappone. Faccio questo video per farvi.
Here we go. I want to expand this video because I want to show you that this thing is real. So I was watching this Italian dude talking about this.
La verità e farvi resistere in Italia, perché prima o poi ce la faremo. Allora, questo è Ikebukuro, questo è Global Ring, uno dei lati. Ikebukuro è molto grande, uno dei lati principali di Ikebukuro. Come vedete dietro di me c'è tantissima gente, guardate, sono tutti ordinati, tranquilli, la gente passeggia, guardate, vi faccio vedere. La gente passeggia, I mezzi funzionano.
So this is Ikebukuro in Japan, and this guy is walking around and is saying just what I told you before, you know, like people are walking around, some with masks, some not, orderly, they're singing together. They don't seem to be like the panic that the media described, especially in the past about Japan. And then he goes on explaining this. How come here is like this?
I sakura fioriscono, eccoli qua. Non so se si riescono a vedere I fiori dei sakura. Come vedete alle mie spalle c'è tantissima gente, è tutta molto tranquilla. La domanda è perché? Perché a voi in Italia continuano a farvi vedere un notiziario dove il Giappone si accalca, dove il Giappone se ne frega.
Wow. Anyways, going on, like saying, like, you know, the media is depicting Japan like they don't care, and you know, like there is also probably like footage of repertoire footage of like, you know, train or things just being amassed with a lot of people. And he's showing this video recorded yesterday that it's not the case. And then he goes on explaining that this medicine Avigan was already available in Japan, and they knew about this. And this is the reason why there are less cases and less deaths. So yeah, go figure. I thought this is important, and I think it should deserve a try to go viral, you know, no pun intended, because the more we know, also the better we feel. And perhaps, I don't know why this is, you know, like if there are legal reasons, you know what I mean? Like that a medicine cannot be shipped somewhere else, or cannot be sold, or it's not available, or has to be, you know, all those kind of convoluted reasons that has to do probably more with politics and borders and economy than with the thing working. So I also wonder that. If you are somebody that knows more, please leave a comment, let me know, educate, because that's the most important thing. And like I said, I'm gonna keep spreading positivity, and tune in for also the usual videos of the day. Always spread love. I'll see you later. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Ciao.